you said authentically human, I think was maybe one of the first points there. And that's still going to matter. And that's where I think I struggle personally with seeing as AI coming in and being your wealth advisor or being your lawyer or your doctor. I think there's some benefits to it, but there's always going to be a need to really have that human touch. And there's a study out there that I read not too long ago about, that they looked at a group of doctors and they looked at an AI chatbot and they wanted to rate them not only on their medical advice, but almost their bedside manner. And, it's amazing to me that when I looked at the results, the AI rated a lot better with the empathy than the real doctors. Because I think, as you were saying, Lisa, with your Lisa Chat GPT version, it doesn't have bad days and good days. Doctors have so much going on. You have no idea what their previous conversation is, and that allows AI to be more empathetic. And so what my takeaway was is always make sure that, at least on our side with wealth advisors, that you're still connecting on that human to human level. Even if we're training the AI, you still are going to be dealing with either end consumers, end users who are human and want that human experience. There's a company out there, Smartleaf, I believe, has now launched a fully autonomous AI advisor. I don't know what that all entails. I haven't looked into it yet, but that was something that was like, okay, now the robots are coming for my job, it seems like, even those different versions of it. But to your point, I think it just means a reskilling and retooling of what we need to do. Dave, you said it. When you started in the industry, your job has changed. My role has changed in the 15 years that I've been in this industry. So if that much has changed over 15 years, give me another 15 years, I bet it won't look anywhere the same again. And it's fascinating to me about how so many people are either putting their heads in the sand saying, oh, my company, my business won't use AI because, it's going to make us robotic. And then to find out that usually a lot of their employees are using it anyway without having set policies, procedures. We need to embrace it now because, like, as you said, I think it's going to change everything. There is going to be no one industry that's affected. Maybe there'll be some that are affected slightly more than others, but everyone is going to need to change about how we're using it. And being an early adopter, getting your feet wet and using it as a sandbox, I think is so important for everyone to be doing right now if you want to stay ahead of the curve, sort of, to the best of your ability, maybe.
There's a lot of chatter around we need to change, we need to upskill, we need to do it now or you'll fall behind. But I just now having helped a number of companies go through this transformation, adoption, learning journey that we're on, I'm so empathetic to the plight of people, right? Because we have to be so graceful in how we manage through this change because it is less about AI. It's actually more about a behavior and mindset shift. It AI is not the complex part. We are the complex part, right? The human beings are. And if I just give my husband as an example, he hesitates to put his works in AI, in ChatGPT. He's a published author because he feels that it will ingest his works and then somebody else will be able to write the next series of his novels. But at the same time, he is also a right leg amputee due to childhood cancer. And he embraces AI from the perspective of robotics because he believes that it could change the way people work and live, especially those with disabilities. So even in one person, the acceptance and adoption of AI varies by use case.